Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have another part of the modern duplex speed build. So in this part, I believe I finished decorating the nursery. I had a few more bits and bobs in the teen room, and then I play around with how I was gonna fit the two bathrooms up here. It was a hot mess. Let me just say that now. um, but yeah, so hope you guys enjoy this part. So originally I intended to do a Jack and Jill bathroom in this house. I was gonna have one bedroom, then the bathroom in the middle, and then the nursery right next door. That didn't work with the way I had the outline for the master bedroom. Like here I am trying to fight around with it. And then I decided, you know what, this is just going to be a second bedroom because this is not going to work. So yeah, as we're watching that, I guess I might give you a little story time. I guess, yeah, why not? So I don't know if you can tell, but by the name of my channel, NonRevSims, you guys probably won't know what that means, but a non-rev is someone that's flying as a non-revenue passenger on a plane, and I do work in the aviation industry, so whenever I fly for leisure, I am considered a non-rev. Anyway, I'm a cabin crew, flight attendant, stewardess, whatever they're calling it these days. But I do work for an airline. So yeah, that's just how I came up with my channel name, because it's my two favorite things: non-revving and playing The Sims combined. But anyway, thought I'd give you guys like a story time about some of the crazy things that happen on my flights. Yeah, because I see a lot of things, lots and lots of things, and people think that we don't see these things, but no, we see them. We for sure see them. So if you think you're being sneaky, you're not. We see everything. But was this last year or 2 years ago? Maybe it was 2017. I don't remember. But during the maybe it was 2017, the year of Hurricane Harvey in in the South in Texas, I was scheduled to work a flight from, I'm not going to say where because I don't want people to know what company I work for, so I won't say the cities, but I was supposed to work a flight from the Midwest to a city in Texas. And this was the day that Harvey was supposed to hit, like the day of the worst day of the storm. So we all assumed, myself and my crew, we all assumed that by this time they would have canceled our flight. But nope, we came in from our layover, and we're still scheduled to work this flight. We're boarding the plane as normal. I'm looking at the flight map, our route, and it's just a hot mess. Like, it was storming in the city we were leaving from. It wasn't too bad of a storm, but it was like rain and like lightning, thunder. And then there was just this huge ball of, hurricane out in Houston. And you could see that on our flight map. You could clearly see like we're leaving one storm for another bigger one. So yeah, the whole time we were waiting to be canceled, but nope, we boarded the plane and everything as normal. And it looked like we were getting ready to go. So we had a few interesting characters. The flight was pretty open because at the time no one was trying to fly into Texas. Everyone was trying to leave Texas. So we had about maybe 50 people on the plane because I mean, who flies into Texas the day the storm is supposed to hit? Like, honestly, all of the people on that plane, why? Why were you doing that? But we had a certain artist. Well, it wasn't the artist himself, but it was his crew, like his entourage. We had them on our flight, and I'm guessing he was doing a concert or something. That's why they were flying from one city to Texas. And I don't know if he had already been there or if he was smart and decided, oh, you know what, maybe I shouldn't fly into Texas today of all days. But yeah, they all came on, a little. You could tell they had smoked a little something before they came on the plane. And there was one guy in particular. He came on and all of them, like, you could smell the drug coming off of them, but they looked normal. Then there was this one lightweight guy who he just looked gone, and I was like, why did they let him smoke before he came on the plane? Anyway, he decided to sit in first class. Now, I told you we see everything as flight attendants. We see everything. So we literally have the information right in front of us. So we know who's supposed to be sitting where. We know when someone is sitting in the wrong seat and that seat is supposed to be open. So the lightweight who looked like he had smoked everything decided to take a seat in the very last row of first class. Now, we wouldn't have noticed if the first class cabin wasn't open. We literally had 3 people booked in first class. And I believe on that plane, the first class holds, how many rows are there? It's 5 rows. Okay, so it holds 20 people. And we only had 3, and they were all sitting in the first row. So I was like, why would you choose the most obvious seat to sit in? Like, we can see you. And then he tried to, like, duck down behind the seats and hide. And the thing is, when you duck in between the seats, there's clearly a visible hole. We can see straight down. Like, the planes were designed so that we could see the cabin clearly from the front of the plane. Just it's good to have visibility, with everything that happened in the past. It's always good to have visibility of the whole plane, for safety. He went and sat in the most obvious seat. And the girl I was working with, she was the lead flight attendant, and she was too afraid to go talk to him. I was like, "Girl, go tell him to move." She was like, "No, I don't want to tell him. I'm too scared." Because when you're new, you don't want um, bad information or people to write you up. Because she was on probation at the time. I wasn't. I was like, "Okay, I'll go talk to him." So I went over and I was like, "Excuse me, is this your seat?" And he's like, "Yeah." High as ever. He's like, "Yeah, this is row 15, right?" Mind you, we're at row 5. And I was like, or no, it wasn't, he didn't say 15. He says something like 21 or something stupid. I was like, no, sorry, this is row 5. This isn't your seat. And he goes, "Oh, yeah, didn't realize you're right." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, okay, come on, let's get up and move. Go back to your seat. Thank you, thank you." While he's sitting there laughing high off his... Anyway, when he had boarded, he said something stupid. He's like, you sure it's safe to fly in a storm? Like, going into a storm? And I was like, I mean, if they have us scheduled to fly in, then yeah, they think it's safe for us to go. If they didn't think it was safe for us to go, they would cancel the flight. And he's like, I think they're going to cancel it. And I was like, okay, so why did you show up? Like, what kind of thing is that I think they're going to cancel it? Okay, then why are you on the plane in the first place? We had a lot of interesting characters. So we had I think he was like, I'm not Catholic, so I don't know what they call him, a priest, but he came on in his attire, and I'm Christian, but I'm not Catholic, guys. I'm sorry. But he came on and said like a little blessing as he came on the plane, and I'm like, oh, thank you, Father, or something. I forgot what I said. I didn't say it out loud though, but yeah, I just said a little remark like, oh, maybe he's blessing the plane so that we can actually take off. So they announced that we had a mechanical issue, so they asked everyone to get off of the plane because it was going to take a while to be fixed. So then mechanical issue was fixed, and then we boarded everyone up again. Then we got a message from Air Traffic Control, ATC. They're the ones who decide if a plane can take off and land. And they said, hey guys, we're doing like flow control, which means they're holding certain planes back from landing. They only want a certain amount of planes coming into the airport at any given time. So they said flow control, and they said, we're going to hold you guys back since you guys haven't taken off yet and there's still planes in the air. So we got a delay for flow control, and they're like, okay, we're going to ask everyone to deplane again after we had already deplaned once. So then the guy who was high came up and he's like, I told you we wasn't going nowhere. I was like, okay, you can go out there and tell me some more. Go out into the boarding area and tell me all about it. So then the father guy, he was coming up and he's like, I thought my prayer would work. I really wanted to get into Texas to help out. And I was like, you never know. So then we sat on the plane for a good hour, myself and my crew, and then I got a notification like that our flight was canceled. And I was like, well, damn. I guess we did all this for nothing. We boarded the plane twice, deplaned twice, all for nothing. So we ended up canceling the flight, and then we had to stay in that city we were at. And it ended up being a really good layover with my crew. I will say that I had a really good time with my crew. We were all, a majority, or all four of us were pretty new, the flight attendants, I mean. So we went out in the city, which surprisingly there wasn't much to do, even though it was a Saturday. It was so weird. Like, there was nothing to do there, but, we still made the most out of it. And yeah, I guess I just wanted to share a story time of some of the weird trips I've been on. Maybe I'll start doing that for these speed builds, just share some random aviation facts and stories from the other side, since you guys who fly don't often get to hear that. Anyway, we are coming up on the end of this speed build. You did see there that I took out that study area and turned it into a back porch, and I was on the fence about putting it back in, but I do like it like that, so I decided to keep it. Yeah. What else can I talk about? Maybe in another video I'll talk about some of the celebrities I've had on flights, because those stories are always fun, when you meet your dream celebrity or someone you look up to and they turn out to be the complete opposite of what you expected. And it's no fun when you find out someone that you actually looked up to has a crap personality. Yeah, I got lots of stories like that. Some stories of some really great celebrities who've been really amazing, or even just normal people that I have on the plane who, they invite us out to like restaurants they own, or, clubs that they own, and you just have a really great layover. I just love my job so much. You get to do so many crazy things like that. So I guess I'll share those stories with you guys in these upcoming videos. If there's anything specific you want to hear, I won't be super specific with the names, especially for like the celebrity stories, just because your girl's not trying to get fired. But I don't know, I'll make them obvious enough to know who I'm talking about, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, we are coming up on the end of this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.